You won't believe what time has done to your favorite stars once the icons of beauty and grace these celebrities have undergone shocking transformations that will leave you speechless. Aging surgeries and life's twists have changed them in ways you never
Christmas
imagined.
songs as
And we've
I've
got the
heard
full
them,
story.
as I know
From
them.
jaw-dropping before and after photos, town-told secrets behind their looks. Stay tuned, because number 5 will absolutely break your heart. Tara Reid, the all-American girl who went from teen movie royalty to tabloid chaos and somehow found her way back again. Born in New Jersey in 1975, Tara started acting before most kids even learned their ABCs. She blew up in the late 90s with hits like American Pie and Van Wilder. Everyone knew her name. She was Hollywood's party girl, the life of the scene, and that blonde bombshell everyone wanted to hang with. But Hollywood isn't all glitz and glam, and the pressure to stay perfect hits hard. In the early 2000s, Tara decided to get a little work done, some liposuction and a breast augmentation, just trying to keep up with the image game in LA. Unfortunately, the results didn't turn out right. Her stomach looked uneven, and when the paparazzi caught those red carpet photos, the tabloids went wild. Overnight, she went from movie star to punchline. The gossip was brutal, and Tara later admitted she felt humiliated and scared to even go outside. But here's the thing about Tara, she's tough. After getting corrective surgery, she didn't hide forever. She owned her story and started rebuilding her career. Then came Sharknado, that over-the-top, so-bad-it's-good movie that became a total cult hit. People suddenly remembered why they loved Tara in the first place. Her fun, no-filter energy, and her willingness to laugh at herself. These days, Tara's still out there doing her thing, staying real about everything she's been through: the fame, the bad surgery, the comeback. She's proof that you can fall hard in Hollywood, get dragged through the mud. Simon Cowell, the dude with the black t-shirt, the killer smirk, and that no-nonsense attitude we all either love or love to hate. Born in London back in 1959, Simon started off hustling behind the scenes in the music business before becoming that guy on TV, the savage judge from American Idol, The X Factor, and Britain's Got Talent. When Simon talked, people listened, and sometimes cried. But over the years, fans started saying, "Hold up, something's different." His face started looking way smoother, almost too smooth, like he'd gone from tough guy Simon to wax museum Simon. The internet went crazy, throwing around talk about Botox, fillers, maybe even a facelift. And honestly, Simon owned it. He straight up admitted he'd gone a little overboard with the cosmetic work, saying at one point he didn't even recognize himself in the mirror. After all the memes and all the chatter, he finally pumped the brakes. No more fillers, no more over-the-top tweaks. He ditched the plastic look and started focusing on eating clean, staying fit, and feeling good in his own skin again. At the end of the day, Simon Cowell's story isn't just about fame or plastic surgery, it's about learning when to chill. Even the toughest judge in Hollywood had to look in the mirror and say, "Yeah, maybe I went too far." But that's the thing about Simon, he keeps it real, owns his mistakes, and still runs the show his way. Meg Ryan. Now that's a name that takes you straight back to the good old 90s. She was the rom-com queen, the all-American sweetheart with that bright smile and bubbly charm. Born in Fairfield, Connecticut in 1961, Meg started out in small TV gigs and soap operas before she totally blew up. Then came When Harry Met Sally, that diner scene. Legendary. From there, it was one hit after another: Sleepless in Seattle, You've Got Mail, City of Angels. She wasn't just acting in love stories, she was the love story of the decade. Everyone wanted to be her or be with her. But you know how Hollywood is always chasing that forever young vibe. As the 2000s rolled in, folks started whispering, "Yo, what happened to Meg?" Her face looked different: plumper lips, smoother skin, tighter cheeks, and suddenly, everyone became a plastic surgery expert. The tabloids went wild, calling her unrecognizable, like she'd gone too far with the tweaks. It was rough. The media wasn't just harsh, they were ruthless. Meg never really spilled the tea on what she did or didn't do. She stayed classy and quiet, never clapping back, just living her life. With time, she stepped away from the crazy Hollywood scene, focusing on her kids, her peace, and projects that actually made her happy. These days, Meg Ryan's not chasing fame, she's chillin', doing her thing, popping up here and there when she feels like it. She's not trying to be 20 again, and that's what makes her real. Her story isn't about a perfect face. It's about learning that you don't need to fit anyone else's standard to shine. At the end of the day, Meg Ryan is still that same down-to-earth girl we fell in love with, maybe a little older, maybe a little wiser, but still every bit as iconic. Kylie Jenner, man, talk about a glow-up story. Born in L.A. back in 1997, Kylie grew up right in front of the cameras on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Back then, she was the chill, low-key tomboy of the family, always hanging with Kendall and just doing her own thing while her sisters ran the spotlight. But give it a few years, and boom, she flipped the script. By her late teens, Kylie was the name everybody was talking about. It all started with those lips. Out of nowhere, her look changed, fuller lips, fierce makeup, total confidence. People were like, yo, what happened? At first, Kylie tried to play it off, saying it was all lip liner and good makeup tricks. But eventually, she kept it real and admitted she'd gotten lip fillers. That moment was straight up iconic. The internet lost its mind, and suddenly every girl was trying to get that Kylie pout. She took that hype, bottled it up literally, and launched Kylie Cosmetics. Those lip kits sold out in minutes and made her one of the youngest self-made millionaires ever. Now, yeah, folks still talk, guessing what else she might have had done, maybe her nose, chin, who knows. But Kylie keeps it cool. She says she's all about feeling good and enhancing what she's already got. Love her or hate her, Heidi Montag, man, talk about a reality TV roller coaster. Born in Crested Butte, Colorado in 1986. Heidi was just a small-town girl with big dreams when she landed on the hills in the mid-2000s. She quickly became the drama queen everyone couldn't stop watching, especially with her crazy on-screen romance with Spencer Pratt. People either loved her or couldn't look away, there was just no in-between. But the real shocker came in 2010. At only 23, Heidi dropped a bombshell. She'd had 10 plastic surgeries in a single day. Yeah, you heard that right, nose job, brow lift, chin reduction, liposuction, breast implants, and more. She said she just wanted to be the best version of herself, but the recovery was brutal. Not just physically, it hit her emotionally, too. The tabloids went nuts. And suddenly, Heidi was the poster girl for went way too far. Jocelyn Wildenstein, straight up one of New York's most talked-about socialites, was born in Switzerland back in 1940, but ended up making her mark in the U.S. for her wild lifestyle and unforgettable looks. She came from a regular background, but always had big dreams and a taste for luxury. After moving around Europe, she met billionaire art dealer Alec Wildenstein, and the two got hitched in 1978. From that point on, her life was straight-up movie-level glam. We're talking private jets, next-level fashion, fancy art collections, and mansions all over the world. Jocelyn loved exotic animals, especially big cats, and that obsession actually inspired her to start getting cosmetic surgery. Over time, she went through a bunch of procedures to give her face a feline look, high cheekbones, sharp eyes, and cat-like features, which earned her the nickname Catwoman in the media. But behind all the glitz, her marriage started falling apart and things got messy fast. When she and Alex split in the late 90s, the divorce became one of the most expensive in history. Jocelyn walked away with a jaw-dropping $2.5 billion settlement, plus millions more every year after. Total boss move. Even though people and tabloids have thrown shade at her for years over her appearance, Jocelyn's never backed down. She's kept her head high, living in New York, staying active on social media, and showing off her unique style. Whether you love her or think she's over the top, there's no denying she's an icon, someone who turned heads, made headlines. Cher, born Sherilyn Sarkeesian on May 20th, 1946 in El Centro, California, is straight up one of the most legendary entertainers the U.S. has ever produced. She grew up with big dreams and a love for music, but life wasn't all glitz and glam. At first, her family didn't have much, and she had to hustle hard to chase her dreams. In the early 1960s, she met Sonny Bono, and together they became the power couple of pop. With their hit I Got You Babe, Sonny and Cher took over the charts and America's hearts. Their chemistry, her deep voice, and her funky style made them household names. When they launched the Sonny and Cher Comedy Hour, Cher became known for her quick wit, wild fashion sense, and total star power. She was the cool girl everyone wanted to be. After the marriage ended in the mid-70s, Cher didn't miss a step. She reinvented herself, going solo and taking her career to new heights. She dropped massive hits like Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves, Half-Breed, and Dark Lady, proving she was more than just Sonny's partner. She was a star in her own right. Then came the late 80s, and Cher hit another level of fame with If I Could Turn Back Time, that iconic music video in the battleship outfit, and Believe in the 90s, which changed pop forever with its use of auto-tune. Everyone from club DJs to pop stars today owes a little something to Cher for that move, and Cher didn't just stop at music. She stepped into Hollywood and owned it, starring in hits like Silkwood, Mask, and Moonstruck, which won her an Academy Award for Best Actress in 1988. She's one of the few artists who's nailed both acting and music at the highest level.